course, from Indiana State, they're 3 seed. Will play Loyola, the 6th seed, in the 8:30 game Friday night. Khristian Smith, Devonte Brown represent the student athletes. Coach Greg Lansing will start off the proceedings with a statement about his team. And we'll go to questions for all 3 gentlemen. Greg, please.
Just excited to get going. We've got a really good group of guys that were limping out of the gates a little bit to start the year, but coming back after Christmas, starting with these 2 guys right here, we just started being a little bit better in practice every day, made it more of a focus to compete harder. Got off to a good start in the league. Didn't get a content for a championship, but when you have 2 nationally ranked teams fighting each other out, we figured to hang in there and compete as long and hard as we could and get better on a daily basis. So coming into here, we'd have a chance. And really excited about the opportunity. Know we're facing a very good team and a well-coached team in Loyola, but we're anxious to get going.
All right, Todd, right here.
Greg, the nature of this game is a bit different than the other 2 with Milton Doyle playing. What does that affect in terms of your preparation, and what influence does it have on the game?
A lot it does. There's no question. These guys know what these 2 will be probably guarding him the majority of the time. A premier player in the league, a talented, very talented player, and it's a whole different deal guarding him. So he'll get a lot of our attention, as will Turk and Earl, who have hurt us in the past in the games we played them. We know they like to get the ball inside, good around the basket, but putting one of the better players in the league back on that team, we'll be ready for it.
Again, for you, Greg, there was an element during the season of Willie or won't he when it came to Milton. So how much scouting have you already done on him, and going back to what he did last year? I mean, did you kind of have to prepare for him anyway in the couple games that you played this season?
I think the first one we did a little bit. We weren't quite sure, until we saw him in his warm-up sitting out there. I think we knew pretty well that he wasn't going to play in the second one. And I had talked to Porter off and on throughout the year, and I knew he had something even coming into the year with a shoulder. But we prepped for him once. These guys know him very well. We watched, I know I did, and the staff did, Terry with the scout last year's games with them and in the tournament. So he's even though he's been out all year, we're very familiar with him.
Stay here, Karen.
This is for both Devonte and Khristian. You guys have experience winning here. How much do you think that helps you this year?
Devonte first, please.
It helps a lot, but we haven't won it though. Only guy other than coaching staff that's won it is kids, so we're kind of following kids' lead this year.
I think last year was huge for us, just knowing how tough it is to get to Sunday and hopefully win it, no matter what team it is. We had a team in Southern that really pushed us to the last minute of the game, last very seconds, and as a 6th seed they were. So it doesn't matter what seed you come in with, everybody's 0-0. Everybody wants that trophy on Sunday to play on CBS. That experience that we had was unbelievable. So we try to convey that to the younger guys that we haven't been here yet. But it doesn't matter. Everything's a clean slate now. We're just trying to take the game at a time.
Greg, what special challenges does Loyola present? They're kind of different from most of the teams in the league with their size and quickness and things. What do you see in them as a team that makes it difficult to prepare for?
Even though they're undersized, they do like to throw it in there, and Thomas around the basket, we've always given him a lot of attention. He's playing well because I think he was the player of the week last week. They comprise together, all of them. They're a challenge. There's no question, and we think Turk's one of the better shooters in the league. Earl had 19 or something on us in the second game. Just got to the basket on their ball screen continuity offense, and he's changing things up with his defenses a little bit. Porter's doing a great job, and we have to be ready for everything. There's no question. But this is a team that they get their best player back. They're excited about being here and being a 6th seed, and they think they can contend with anybody, and they can when they're playing.
This is for the players. Third time you've seen Loyola. going to play Loyola. Talk about, if you will, your mental preparation, not only for Loyola the third time, but how different it is just because it's Arch Madness.
Khristian, can you start off, please, this time?
I mean, I always say it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a year. But I mean, the preparation is going to be the same. You know, I think the excitement level will be a little bit different just because, you know, it's tournament time. You know, you walk in this building, it's a certain feeling that you get that you don't get anywhere else. You know, I mean, you know, it's you win or you go home. So I mean, you know, that's the message we're still conveying to people. And you know, I mean, we're going to prepare like we prepare for any other game. It's not going to make a difference. I mean, we're going to win this one like we're going to win, you know, last Saturday's game too. So I mean, it's just tomorrow or nothing.
I think we're both familiar with each other, so it's going to be a more defensive type of game. It's going to make it a lot better. I mean, but we're going to be locked in. We're going to be ready for the scout when we get into the ninth and look at the scout and be ready for him. So there's no difference. There's just, I mean, it's conference, but I mean, it's no difference in any other game.
Anything else for the Sycamores of Indiana State? All right, gentlemen.